go and explore. Ants are one of the most advanced species that have survived for over 120 million years, which means they have lived alongside dinosaurs. How cool is that? Just like humans, ants are social beings. They form colonies and always work together to survive. They communicate with each other through touch and smell using their antennae. Every ant knows what they're supposed to do in the colony. Nobody needs to tell them what to do. Do you know that the ant colony is run by females? There are 3 kinds of ants in the colony: queen ant, male ant, worker ant. The queen and male ants have a pair of wings, while the worker ants don't have any. The queen is the only ant that can lay eggs. She is the mother of all other ants in the colony. Meanwhile, the male ant's role is to help the queen breed more ants, but sadly, they die soon after that. Then there are worker ants. They look after the young ants, gather food, and keep the nest safe. The bigger worker ants are called soldier ants. They are the ones who are ready to fight when something threatens the colony. Most ant species have 2 stomachs, one for themselves and one to feed other ants. This way, no one goes hungry. When you see ants running around with little pieces of food, they are actually carrying the food to their nest. Ants are also incredibly strong. With such tiny bodies, they can carry up to 50 times their own weight. And just like us, ants like to take power naps once in a while in order to stay energized. This might surprise you, but ants take very good care of their cleanliness and hygiene. In fact, they are among the cleanest of all insects. In the environment, ants help maintain healthy soil for plants to grow. When they dig tunnels in the ground, they're also allowing water, oxygen, and nutrients to flow better. Ants also help to keep the environment clean by taking things like seeds, fruits, or parts of dead animals into their nests. As they move these things from one place to another, they also help to distribute the nutrients more evenly into the soil. Because the role of ants in the environment is very unique, they can never be replaced by other animals. There is so much we can learn from these little creatures. Get a closer look at their amazing world at Singapore's first ant exhibition.
Okay, so you take thorax and gaster, okay? Or something like abdomen. Alright, so all ants have 6 legs, and these 6 legs they're all connected to the middle part, which is thorax. And on some species, these legs, right, they have claws and hairs to help them climb on the surface. Alright? So your house ants, they all have claws and hairs. And your house ants, they're all called black crazy ants. Okay? They are black. So your house ants is black and there's red, correct? So one is the black crazy ants and one is the ghost ants. Okay? So black crazy ants, right, one special thing is that once the queen ant knows that she's dying, she will lay an egg that is 100% DNA replica of herself. So in a sense, she won't die, she just comes back again. Okay? So for thief ants, ghost ants, okay? Ghost ants are the small little red ones that you see at home. And these ghost ants are the ones that come and go. So sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't, because they are here just for food and they will move off. Okay? So from this picture, do you think ants have nose? Correct. So ants don't have nose, okay? So this is why they don't have to wear masks, right? So ants, right, they have antennas. Okay? Antennas and abdomen, they both have antennas. So these antennas help them to communicate and help them to navigate as well. So these antennas are like a nose to smell a very special smell that the gaster will produce. Each colony of ants have their own smell. And scientifically speaking, this smell is called pheromones. Okay? So these pheromones, right, what they do is that they will be produced by the gaster as the ants move around. Okay? So let's say, for example, I have one ant that's scavenging for food. Okay? So towards them, she will leave behind a trail of pheromones. And these pheromones will attract more and more ants to come towards the food. So this is also why ants travel in a straight line. Yeah. Okay? Alright, so just now in the video you see that the ants, they use the hands to carry the rock, right? But actually ants, they don't have hands. What they have is a pair of mandibles. So these mandibles, what they do is that they use it to hold their babies, carry their babies, hunt for food, care for food. And this is the same body part they use to bite you. Alright? So have you been bitten by ants?
Yes.
Yes?
Many
Bitten by
times.
ants? Want to try? Let me do it. Alright, okay. Okay. So now we move on to the gaster. So the gaster, right, is the house of all the important organs. Okay. So ants inside the abdomen we have the heart and 2 stomachs. So have you ever wondered why you squeeze the ant don't have blood? Like don't have any red color spectrum. Okay. This is because the ants, right, the heart they pump colorless blood. Yeah. Ants have colorless blood. Okay. And ants have 2 stomachs because one is personal and one is social. So one is for themselves and one is to share. So the social stomach acts more of a storage system. Okay? So what they do is that they will go out to eat and they will fill up both stomachs and then they come back and they will feed the rest of them. Okay? So how they feed is through mouth to mouth. Alright? So the next time when you see a pair of ants kissing, right, they're actually not making love, but what they're doing is they are transferring food from one gaster to the next. Yeah. Okay? Okay, so all these important body parts, the ocelli is the most important, it's located on the forehead of the ant. So it actually helps in navigation and motion sensor. Right? Sensory of light and dark. So whenever you hover your head around the ant, the ant will adjust to the change of atmosphere and you know that you are there. Okay? So do you have any questions for me?
For the female ants, what's the maximum age can it lay?
Oh, okay. So for the female ants, only the queen ant can lay. Yeah, and the queen ant can lay 1 to 2 million eggs.
Wow.
Yes, right. Alright, so we move on over here. Okay, so for this part of the tour, right, we're talking about the types of ants in the colony. Okay? So right now I'll be asking a question to all the kids. Okay, at home, do you think your mommy or daddy is more important?
Nobody can answer.
Yeah. Okay, so this is just a trick question, right? So there's no right or wrong, even if you have an answer, right? So the queen ant or the mommy ant is the most important ant in the colony. It's the most important and the largest. So the main function of the queen ant is to lay eggs. And one lifetime she can lay 1 to 2 million eggs. Okay? Yeah. And do you want to guess how long she can live? Yeah, okay. So the queen ant can live up to 30 years. Yes, 30 years. Yeah, so if you have an infestation of ants at home, you need to move out. Okay. So the queen ants, okay, we can see that they have wings, okay? But after mating, she will shed her wings. Yeah. So in all the containers here, right, after she mates, right, you will notice that they have no wings. The queen ants, if you are trying to look for queen ants, they will have wings. Right? So all the eggs that she lay out to mostly are worker ants. And worker ants, they are female as well. And these worker ants, there are 2 types. We have the soldier and also the miner. So the soldier ants are bigger and they are the ones that bite you. Okay? And for the miners, they are the ones that are smaller and go around to steal your food. Yeah. Most of the time they don't bite. But don't worry, all these female ants, they don't reproduce. The only one that reproduce are the queen. And there's only 1 queen ant in most of the colonies. Okay? So for the male species of ants, they are called drones. They have wings and their main function is to mate. After they mate, they will die. So they have a very easy life. Yeah, after they mate, they die. Right? Their lifespan is only 1 to 2 weeks. And whereas the female worker ants, their lifespan is 2 to 6 months up to a year. So I'm sure you guys are wondering where does the future queen ant come from, right? Yeah. Okay? So the future queen ant comes from another type of ants. Okay? It's called the female drone. Okay? The female drone, the actual name is Elates. So it looks exactly the same, just that it's female. Okay? And the main function is to mate. After they mate, it becomes the queen ant. So in layman terms, this is the mom, this is the servant, the drones are the sons, the elates are the daughter. So there's a common misconception whereby ants, there's so many in the colony. What they do is they breed among themselves, but that's wrong. Okay? What they do is that they will send the son and daughter out and they will mate with another colony of the same species. Yeah. Okay? So after a rainy day, do you realize that there's a lot of flies around the neighborhood? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So 80% of the time, those are ants. And what they're doing is they're mating. they are going through a procedure of nuptial flight. Nuptial flight. So during nuptial flight, okay, multiple sons will mate with one daughter. Yeah. But bear in mind, this son and this daughter, they are all from different colonies, right? But same species, right? So after mating, the drones, they will die off. Okay? So for these ants, right, in general, they only mate once in their life. They only have to mate once. After that, they are able to lay 1 to 2 eggs. This is because all the eggs or all the daughters will have a very special organ. Okay? This special organ called spermatica or the sperm bank. Where she's able to keep all the eggs fresh for the years. So she don't have to mate. Okay? So after she lands, she will shed the wings and she will lay the first batch of eggs. This first batch of eggs is called the genetics. Don't need to guess the first batch. The female over here. Okay, the first batch is the female, right? They all need female worker ants to grow the colony, right? So for queen ants, they are different from humans because she's able to choose what gender she wants to lay. Yes, right. So if they want to lay a female ant, she will fertilize the egg. But if she wants to lay a male ant, the egg won't be fertilized. But the fertilized egg will still be able to go into male ant. Okay? Can? Alright? So then, once the colony has additional food source, the queen ants will lay the drones and the elites, whereas you grow into the reproduction state. Okay? Can? So this is the life cycle of how the growth of the colony goes. So one of the frequently asked questions is that at which stage, right, would it be best to stop an infestation? So the best would be the nuptial flight. Right? Even before she's mated. So during mating, what I can do is at house, right, you just put a bucket of water underneath the light. So the ants will dive down to the water. This is because they are attracted to light during mating. Yeah, so the light sets the mood. Okay? So with the bucket of water will reflect the light, it will attract the ants to dive down into the bucket. And it will stop the whole. Okay? Right? So all these ants, right, most common ants that you see that fly to your house at night are the black and skinny ones, right? Right? So these are the species, which is called the trapjaw ants. Okay? So most of us, we don't know that these trapjaw ants, right, have a very special ability or holds a world record. So these trapjaw ants holds a world record for the fastest movement. You want to guess what's the movement that this ant do the fastest? You think run the fastest, swim the fastest, jump the fastest? Okay, so these trapjaw ants, they bite the fastest. As you can see, the mandibles, they are 180 degrees apart. Okay, so the velocity and also the force that it snaps, right, is so hard and so fast that it will, in the wild, right, it will cut the prey into half. So it holds the fastest record. Yeah. But in our urban lifestyle, if this were to snap onto our hands or fingernails, it will fling themselves backwards. Yeah. So it's not strong enough to penetrate our fingernails. Okay? So you can take a look here. Those of you who bought the magnifying glass can take a look. So it's over here, inside this rock. And this is how the inside of a colony looks like before.
So small.
Yep. Okay, so come back again. So now we move on to the life cycle of ants. Egg, larva, pupa, and adult, right? Just like butterflies, right? You learn in school, right? You want to take care of butterflies or? You want to take care of ants later? Right? So your egg, larva, pupa, and adult. So this period, this time frame for growing up will be 2 weeks to 2 months. Okay? The reason why there's a range is because of the food source. If they have more food, then they will grow faster. So in the larva stage, they already develop mandibles which are the mouth, and they have to eat a lot. So who do you think are the ones that do you think it's the queen ant or the worker ant? Alright, the answer is worker ants. Okay? So the worker ants, they will eat, they will feed them through prophylaxis. The process called prophylaxis. And again after that, it will grow into a pupa. For ants, they are very special. They have 2 types of pupa. We have a naked pupa and also a cocoon type pupa. Naked pupa will look exactly like this, all this here. So if you look closely, all these they are not rice grains, but they are actually the pupa or even the larva. Okay. So for cocoon type pupa, they are usually found on trees and they look like balls of fat. Yeah. Most of the time we will see that they are actually like butterfly one. Like 90%. Yes. And once they go into the adult stage, they do not grow anymore. Not like humans when we are being born to grow from a boy to a man. For ants, it's only one size. Okay? And what type of ants you're looking at over here currently is the silver carpenter ants. Okay? These are the Camponotus oribentris. Okay? These ants colony have been with us for 4 years. So this will show a natural colony, a lot of different types of ants. We have the village, the drones, and also the soldiers and workers. Okay? So if you see closely, most of the time over here, you can see that the queen should be here at the bottom. Okay? So one interesting fact about this is that these ants, right, their abdomens, if you shine a light onto them, you can see that they will reflect the light. Okay? So in the wild, this reflection right, helps to protect them from the UV lights. Yeah. So their shell, right, is a natural sunblock. Okay? Most of the time we think that ants they are very dirty, but ants actually so after they eat or after they stay in the colony for some time, right, they will clear all the dirt. Okay? So all this dirt, when they go to the graveyard. Okay. Yeah, so over here, this is the power of the graveyard, right? So this graveyard, you can see that there's two colors, right? So these two colors will be brown and black. So brown color will indicate the mealworm casing. So when you feed them with mealworm, they won't eat the casing, they just throw it away. And once their friends die or the food, right, they all throw it away. So all this is actually very good for environment. It's good as compost, regardless of the plants. It's dry waste, it doesn't have any seed. Okay? So the type of ants you're looking at would be what we call scavengers. So scavengers, when we feed them, we have to cut the mealworms up. So this means that we have to kill the mealworm first before we cannot eat live mealworm. Yes, this is definitely not the one. Yeah. Even though this can be found in Singapore, this one mostly found in France. Okay. So over here what we do feed them is mealworm and jelly. Okay. So jelly is because they need energy and need carbohydrates. So jelly will be very cheap. And for protein, right, we feed them with protein. So even though ants are having the seeds, they also need protein. Because this protein will help their baby to grow. Yeah. Alright. So now we move on to the hunters and I will show you a live feeding. The previous pro group already fed them with mealworms, okay? So you can see, one special thing about the Asian army ants is that they can grow a lot, okay? They grow 25 times. So they have the size of 1 to size 25. So if you take a look over here, you can see closely. You can see how big the ant is. Yeah. So the bigger ants, those are what we call super majors or super soldiers lah. And they are the general of the army. Yes, correct. So general of the army. So this is Asian army ants. Okay. So one tip for you to understand how we name the ants, right? Is that if you see the ants, right, it's really red, right? You just slap an Asian in front. Asian army ants. So for just now the trapjaw, yeah, trapjaw is black, right? So if it's a red trapjaw, Asian trapjaw. Just now we spoke about the Osari, right? Osari, this is how the Osari looks like. Okay. So right now, we'll show you the live feeding. Okay, so this is the live mealworm, yeah. Okay. So we put it inside. You can see, ants they are actually very calm. Okay. But once the intruder comes in, they don't panic. Okay. They move vigorously. Right? So you see closely over here, this one, this here, the bigger one, this is the super soldier, and the rest around here, these are just normal worker ants. Yeah. So these Asian army ants, they are aggressive. Okay. They are normally aggressive and they are invasive.
The super soldier will fight.
Yes. So the super soldier, most of the time, they are slow. They are like tanks, they are slower, but they deal more damage. Okay? These two, okay. So these two, you can see that the mealworm is almost dead. So they're trying to finish it off, and then they're bringing it up the stairs. So you can see all these mealworms here. Yeah, all these mealworms here, right, are all being dragged from the bottom to the top. So this is the power of heat. Okay, you want to try? You try?
They don't know what
You want to try? You want to try? See this really, really large ant here? Yes. So that's what we did. Okay. So the reason why there's so many huge ants inside is because one of the defense mechanism is that if let's say there's invaders coming to attack here, they would not know which one exactly is the queen ant because they all look as big as the queen ant. Yes, correct. If anyone wants to try to give it a go, so it's just a queen, right? If it's not moving, right? The reason why it's not moving is because all her energy is spent for laying eggs. And we all know that pregnancy is a very energy consuming topic. Okay? So all these are like her bodyguards, right? The Deinomarex gigas ant. Okay? So the common name is called the giant forest ant. Okay? And this ant, right? If you put this ant on the weighing scale, you can see digits. So it's quite big. Okay? And this queen ant, the species of this queen ant, okay, can grow as huge as your human adult year. Yeah, just the queen alone. And the queen ant alone, right, in the black market can be sold for 1,000 euros. Yes. So this is considered a partner technical business. Yes. Okay. So this is a picture of the worker ant. This is a picture of the soldier. Okay. So this worker ant, right, is a bit smaller than the soldier, but they don't bite lah. Okay. So what they do is that they will just run around and they will find food for the nest. Okay. But however, for this soldier ant, they have bigger heads and razor sharp mandibles. Okay. So when these soldier ants bite onto your skin or bite into you, you have to go to the hospital, but not for antibiotics. Okay. This ant doesn't cause doesn't produce poison, but for the physical damage, because once they bite, it's very deep, it's very tight, clean and deep cut. Okay. So you definitely need stitches. Okay. So the worst case scenario, if you try to tuck it out after they bite you, the body will detach and their head and the mandible will still be inside the body. And if you try to pry open yourself, right, you might cause a sudden tear. Yes, definitely. So these ants, right, are native to Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and Brunei. So this is the largest ant in Southeast Asia. Oh no. Okay. Yes, you can find this. In Singapore, you can find this in Macritchie Reservoir and also Bukit Timah. Yes, you can commonly see in the day. Yeah, very common. Okay. So this type of ants, right? What they do is that they are scavengers. Even though they are so big and strong, they are scavengers. So they only eat insects. Okay. So they are like elephants of the ants one, right? So now I'll show you that. So the reason why, right, we cover them up with the claw is not because of the dramatic effect. Okay, it's actually because of their to stimulate their environment. Yeah. Because these guys are nocturnal, they are more active at night. Okay, so now I'll show you.
Oh my god!
Okay, so now can
Seen before.
show you their nest where they are sleeping at. Okay, because from this angle you can't see well.
They're very big. Oh my! Wait. Let me see this. Oh my, they are so big.
What are sleeping?
It's coming out.
Okay, so all the ants that you see here, these are the worker ants. Okay, the soldier ant, I think they all died out, or if not, it's all inside. Yeah. Okay, but don't worry, these ants, right, they are unable to climb out because they are unable to climb out because sorry. They are unable to climb out because, right, of the white substance that you paint. Okay. So this white substance, yeah. So this white substance, right, is made out of two ingredients. It's a baby powder and rubbing alcohol.
They don't want the
Yeah, they can't climb up because of the slippery.
Smell.
No, not smell. The slippery wall that we have just created for it. Yeah. So baby powder and rubbing alcohol helps to make this slippery surface with the claws and hairs, right? They can climb. Okay. So in the wild, these type of ants, right? What they do is that they will eat dead insects on the floor. They do not eat other colonies. They do not hunt. Yeah. Alright. But if agitated, right, they are able to fight back. Yeah. So this is the example of the queen ant. You can see. If you want, you can hold this.
Queen ant.
Yeah, the queen ant we
It's
dissected it into half lah. This is the abdomen, this is the thorax, and this is the head.
goodness.
You know?
Sorry.
So now I'll show you the. Oh, that's big. Alright, later I'll catch a new one. Okay. So this one is really we are supposed to show you the live worker ant lah. Very carry, very experienced. But he died lah.
I got see.
Oh.
But never mind, I catch you another one.
It's okay.
Hey, hold on, I catch you another one. Okay? Oh, no poison. You want to take your pictures first or I catch one? So over here you can see that I'll let you take a look at the dead ones first. Okay, so you can see the size comparison between the soldier and also the worker. Okay?
Oh, the soldier bigger.
Yes. So you can touch, right? The head is very, very hard. You want to touch? This is just the dead one. Later you will hold the live one. Okay? You want to hold? What? You want to hold? Just hold the towel here. Right? Or catch the live one. Okay?
That big one.
You want to hold? This is a lifetime experience. If you want to pass it around, you can just put a circle around it. Yeah, it's very light, right? You don't feel anything. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Okay, come. It's cleaning
Oh yeah, it's very.
It's cleaning itself, grooming itself. Yeah. So it's just like cats. They will lick themselves clean. Yes.
Go, baby.
Give them some food, will they eat? Or only eat that insect?
Oh, they will eat the jelly also. If you put some jelly here, they will eat.
Even this game, all this.
Yes, yes, they will eat, yes. Oh, drop already.
Can I try?
Yeah.
But sure, I will not.
Okay.
Oh my god. Ah, just take it now. It's coming. Thank you.
Want to try?
I mean, it's because it's very big. It's like, oh my god.
It's one of the one die already. One die. I think one, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so I
nice.
put it inside the container so you can clean it. Not go off the concrete path. Go on the forest path. See a lot of them. Very easy to catch. But if you catch just the worker ant, right? Or the soldier ant, you don't work anything. The queen ant work a lot. So if you all want, you can take the pictures, the final photos before I close it up and let you all free roam.
Yeah,
a bit.
just this one. But I cannot see any now. They are hiding.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
This one. Thank you.
Okay.